red wire is disconnected. But, you know, pepperoni fine, or you guys want something different?
Pepperoni sauce, whatever.
We're putting together the most over-the-top, gaudy Christmas celebration mobile that we can cobble together with the resources we have collectively. Around Thanksgiving, I know everyone was like up in arms and saying like, oh, you can't play Christmas music yet, you can't do this, and I just kind of had this realization that with how hard the year has been, like everyone needs a reason to celebrate and they just can't wait for the year to be done. It's a feeling that I caught as well. So one of the biggest problems is that we don't actually know what we're calling this yet. We've bounced around, like we called it Professor Pinkerton's Christmas Caravan. The title I liked the most was The Miracle on Wheels, but there's like a wheelchair-based dance troupe out of India who already has the website Miracle on Wheels. So I'm not trying to step on their toes because it seems like they're doing good work too. We're making some motion. The biggest concern here is trying to troubleshoot how to get the battery system and how to get power to run as much stuff as we can, because when we're running lights and power, even without the stage lights, just the cafe string lights and all the Christmas decorations, there's a considerable like I was saying, I mean, I feel like it's an episode of Star Trek where it's like I'm trying to like reroute power so we can get through on impulse, and weeks of troubleshooting equipment, making sure once we tell people we're going to do something and like do something to make people's life special, make sure that we can really deliver as best as possible. Like, oh yeah, those lights I know about. And that's a good thing, that's a step forward, but I still don't quite understand why this outlet's dead, because it worked and then I blew the circuit, but I can't seem to find the circuit. So we have the lights to that. Oh, I didn't check panel G yet. We do have a tripped breaker. There it is. I knew it was in here. I found it. Oh yeah, I got this snowman's all aglow with Christmas cheer. The little victories. It's just, you know, little victories. Even if we had the mythical, magical powers of Santa Claus, we can't visit every house, but that doesn't mean I don't want to try to reach as many people as I can. This is where even Santa needs a little help this year. It's just a year. 2021, it's like when the clock strikes on New Year's, this isn't all gonna go away. You know, for some people it started 2 years ago, for some people it started 2 weeks ago, and everyone's going through a hard time, and you know, but the symbolism of the idea of before the calendar year goes out, having like one really happy memory. I'm not a mallet player in any serious capacity, but a lot of the drummers we work with went to school for this, but nobody's ever trying to hire a xylophone player. This gives them a really cool chance to make use of these instruments that I've collected over the years. And I can say with Midwest pride that I paid full price for none of this. Got the doorbell. What we'd like to do is we're gonna go out and try to find the people who really could use hope the most. But I don't have the connections to all these places yet, so I'm kind of reaching out to the community to hope that we can use the power of the tool of the internet to connect us with the people who really could use this. We're trying to launch it on Friday, and it's Monday, and I don't know. If this were a movie, we'd be in montage mode right now. We're trying to get all the lights up, we're trying to sound check. We're not going to be live streaming the whole performance, but we'll be checking in here and there, so keep your ears to the railroad. This is the sort of performance that's meant to be seen in person, so you just got to keep your ears to the railroad, folks. As you can see, our sign over here says,
Well, for me, it's just kind of business as usual. You know, I've been putting in with Pinkerton for 10 years. I've been a professional musician my whole adult life, and these unique projects call to me. You know, the vintage and heritage musics, the sideshow variety stuff, and all these different kind of projects that step a little bit away from just musicality and more into the overall entertainment aspect. And that's something that's always been kind of interesting to me, and I personally really enjoy it. Well, the outdoor project is kind of it's a big undertaking. We're building on top of what we had done at Summerfest, and so, I'm kind of excited. But for the last couple of years, I had been pretty sick with an autoimmune disease, and that's finally cleared up, so I'm absolutely stoked, thrilled to have the health to be able to do this again, finally, partake in this big project.
This week I got a little more real, and I made a point to do as best as I could to delegate as much out as I could, which actually makes it more chaotic. Like, I have no idea what's happening, but I trust that the people I handed it off to are gonna do their part. And if this ends up being anything like a feel-good Christmas movie, there's a lot of people about to get a lot of happiness. Whatever you can do. Today's day one. If we could put more decorations up tomorrow, we come back throughout the week, we'll make little improvements, and then we could do a before and after, like all those makeup tutorials you like watching when I'm trying to go to sleep. Every decision is like, is this more useful than it is dangerous? It's like, this could be a tripping hazard, it could be a fire hazard, but it also prevents 3 other disasters from happening. Trying to, when the world says no, trying to find as many ways you can. Be like, well, what about this? Like, what if we do this? Will you let me do the show then? And then life is like, for now, but I'll come up with something else. I'll throw you another curveball. I'm not surprising when I say that 2020 has been a very difficult year for folks, and we've all had to deal with a really constant state of anxiety, lost wages, death of our loved ones through however many degrees of separation. And instead of focusing on all these things that went wrong, I really wanted to take the holiday time to think about all the things we do have and use some of the resources that I've gathered in 20 years of being an event producer to try to create some sense of wonder and hope when it's in most short supply. I'd like to do as many performances as we feasibly can, but everyone I know in the entertainment industry has been virtually completely out of work for 9 months, and electricity and gas costs money. I think there comes a time where what you're doing transcends practical business, like stability. I want to give people a sense of wonder and surprise. Like, I've been a professional entertainer for a lot of years, and I've had many interactions where someone pays me for my services and I show up and I fulfill those services, and it creates joy in people's life. It's nowhere near the amount of joy that you can give people when they don't expect it. When you surprise someone with something that's really thought out and meaningful, you can change their life.